Yes, sir. We got that, Ben. Don't you do it, Ben. Don't you?
I won't. This chair can't handle it.
Você veria um filme sobre o Michael Jordan, mas que o Michael Jordan não aparece? E se esse filme for focado na criação dos Air Jordans, os tênis mais icônicos da cultura pop? E mais ainda, se esse filme tivesse no elenco gigantes como Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Chris Tucker voltando da aposentadoria e uma Viola Davis roubando a cena como a mãe do Michael Jordan. Bom, parece um projeto meio surreal, mas esse filme existe e se chama Air, a história por trás do logo. Bom, eu que tô aqui com um pezinho no mundo dos sneakerheads e também, inclusive, tô aqui usando meus Air Jordan, eu tô aqui agora para descobrir um pouco mais qual é desse filme. Para me esclarecer, eu conversei com a dupla dinâmica Matt Damon e Ben Affleck, também com Chris Tucker, Jason Bateman e Chris Messina. Será que eles toparam fazer esse filme porque são fanboys de tênis?
Stop it. Get some help.
Ou do Michael Jordan? Ou será que eles são fãs do Ben Affleck e do Matt Damon? Bom, bora descobrir tudo isso agora. Mas antes da gente começar, não esquece de curtir o vídeo, assinar o canal e clicar no sininho. E também calçar o seu melhor tênis para entrar na temática aí da nossa entrevista. Em 2021, Alex Conver escreveu um roteiro sobre como o executivo da Nike, Sonny Vaccaro, assinou com um estreante chamado Michael Jordan e criou, naquele momento, o mais icônico tênis da cultura pop. Esse roteiro foi parar na Blacklist, que é uma lista de roteiros daquele ano que rodaram por Hollywood e muita gente gostou, mas que não chegou a ser produzido. Esse projeto acabou caindo ali nas mãos do Ben Affleck e do Matt Damon, que estavam lançando naquele momento uma produtora nova. E eles deram ali uma de Sonny Vaccaro e apostaram nesse roteirista estreante para fazer um filme do Michael Jordan, mas que não era focado no Michael Jordan. Eu falei um pouquinho com eles sobre isso, olha só.
No, well, actually, it came to me. You could ask Ben that.
I believe that Richard Linklater told me one of my first movies when he sent me and the rest of the cast the script. He said, if this movie ends up as the, in its original form as written, it'll be an underachievement. And I've always felt that you get better work when you bring in other storytellers and other actors and filmmakers and technicians to help you build and construct the story.
Ben was the first one who made me aware of it. So I don't know if he was going through the blacklist scripts or how it came to him, but somehow he became aware of it and he sent it to me. He goes, you got to read this. And it was great. I mean, Alex did such a good job with it. And it was, we were interested right away.
And I also was fortunate enough to have a conversation with Michael Jordan where he pointed me in the direction of a few pivotal figures without wanting to dictate or take a bunch of credit or anything. He just was like, hey, these are the people who are important that you should know about. And that just led me, right into a beautiful story that I didn't even expect to make exactly, and it made the movie much more deep and resonant and interesting to me.
I believe in your son. I believe he's the future. And his story is gonna make us want to fly.
Air é a 9ª vez que Ben Affleck e Matt Damon aparecem juntos na telona. Mas depois de vários anos compartilhando o tempo de tela ou trabalhando juntos no roteiro, essa é a primeira vez em que um dirigiu o outro. No caso, o Ben Affleck dirigindo Matt Damon. I believe that this is your first time being directed by this guy named Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
How was this experience?
Well, Marcelo, it was like, to tell you the truth, because we've written a bunch of screenplays together and, we've produced together, and it was just kind of a natural extension of how we already work together, which is to say it was really easy and effortless and a lot of fun.
What partnership is more iconic, Nike and Jordan or Ben Affleck and Matt Damon?
Oh, well put. I would say
Bateman and Messina.
Bateman and Messina. Watch it. We're coming.
Yeah,
Right now we got the bronze in hand. Yeah, Matt and Ben. They're this new company of theirs, I think, is the real deal. So watch out for Artist Equity. This is a really cool thing to be a part of their first film, and I would make a bet on them.
O elenco de Air tá cheio de estrelas, mas tem algumas que a gente precisa destacar, Como é o caso do Chris Tucker, que estava praticamente aposentado e só fez outros 2 filmes nos últimos 15 anos. Isso porque ele é extremamente seletivo na hora de escolher seus trabalhos. E como se não bastasse ele dar o ar da graça aqui no elenco, ele também colaborou tanto com os novos diálogos e cenas para o filme, que o Ben Affleck até fez questão de pagar também como o trabalho dele como roteirista. A gente falou sobre isso com o Tucker e também perguntou para eles, pro restante do elenco, por que tem tantos comediantes no meio de um drama esportivo.
Oh, it was great. The best directors like Ben, you know, give the actors room to play with and to explore, because you know, it's only good because if somebody's willing to do that, because a lot of actors don't want to do that. But I come from a background of stand-up comedy, and you're on the spot, you know, in front of 5,000 people or more, you know, doing stand-up. So you gotta sometimes be spontaneous, because you might have to go another route because your material might not be working that well. So I'm used to that, and you know, I love, you know, pushing it like that. So it was awesome, man. And I knew Howard White. I said, hey, wait a minute, I know Howard White. He's a friend of mine. I call him every year, and he was so helpful. He took me back to he was 5 years old. All these people that knew him growing up, he had me talking with them. And I really took all that, man, and just got it together and just put it in his character. So it was a lot of fun with the research, with him being here. It was great.
Well, and this ensemble, you've got a lot of comedians there. Do you think this story like demanded as many people with a good sense of humor? Is that something for you and Ben?
Well, I think what it did, there are a lot of comedians, but there are a lot of filmmakers, right? Because, like, if you look at Viola and Julius, right, they're amazing actors, but they're A-list producers, right? Jason Bateman is a brilliant actor, but he's also a director and a writer and a producer. Chris Tucker, also a brilliant writer. You know, so what was really helpful was gathering all these film minds together and collaborating with them, because they really, you know, when Ben and I write, we write by acting and by improvisation. And so whenever we get the actors together, a lot of what happens comes out of what they're doing, right? They're informing the screenplay. The screenplay is almost like a living thing that they're augmenting and making better as it goes.
I would think, having seen the film now a couple of times, Ben decided early on that there was going to be a little bit of a wink through this film, where it's a serious story about a serious business deal, a serious moment in American culture, and that for it not to be as dry as that, you need to kind of find the humor, the vulnerability, the fun, the pace of that time, and also the haphazard nature by which they went about making this deal. It was kind of by the seat of their pants, and you know, Matt Damon's character kind of going rogue, going around or over the head of his superiors. So it was a tonal thing. I think Ben had in mind that there was going to be kind of some fun with this, with the music and with the dialogue. And fortunately, we all kind of figured out that tone while we were doing it, without Ben being overly prescriptive. You know, he was kind of this great leader that kind of just let us find it.
E para finalizar, eu tive que perguntar se eles também são sneakerheads, ou seja, se eles fazem parte dessa cultura de gostar e também colecionar tênis. Thank you guys very much for your time. I just want to show this.
Yes, sir. We got that. Ben, don't you do it, Ben. Don't you do it.
I won't. This chair can't handle it.
There it was. Okay.
Chairs keep breaking them.
We're wearing actor boots.
Yeah, boots.
You know,
Yeah, boots that we never wear in real life.
Yeah, you got to be back by noon.
Yeah.
E você, tem um modelo favorito de tênis? Conta pra gente aí nos comentários e aproveita para curtir o vídeo, clicar no sininho e assinar o canal. Certo? Valeu, galera. Até mais. Tchau, tchau.